Hello everyone, how are you? My name is Kavish Prasad. I'm the counselor for you guys, and I counsel at Empower Pacific for the last 10 years. But I've been a counselor elsewhere. I've got over 30 years of experience in counseling. So before I begin, I'd like to ask you people have already signed up the confidentiality agreement. You signed the paperwork at the reception. Very good. And do you people know the cost associated with it in the timeline?
Yes.
So yeah, it's $50 with taking a session. Yeah,
Yes.
all of you are okay with it. Thank you very much. So I've introduced myself. What I'd like to do is get to know you people. So I'd like you people to introduce yourself and tell me what you what you want me to help you with today. So I'll begin with you, Nathan.
Yes. So my name is Rahul. So the thing that's going around with me, so I'll tell you a whole story. So in 2020, basically I quit everything in my life. So when I say I quit everything, that means I quit drinking, I quit smoking, I quit socializing. So the only thing that helped me was my phone, right? So phone is something that I always looked up to because there was nothing to socialize. So now, since it's 5 years down the line, I find it very difficult to be, difficult to be in the situation. For example, right now that we are sitting down and discussing, and in case if I see my phone here, I'll quickly pick up my phone and start using my phone. If I'm not, if I'm not talking, if someone else is talking, I'm sitting on it. I cannot just look at him and just listen to his story or her story. I'll pick up my phone and then I'll start scrolling. I'll be on Facebook. I'll put my phone down. As soon as I get time, I'll start scrolling again. So it's difficult for me to be in the situation, the present situation. I'm always on my phone.
Very very interesting. Thank you for sharing. Who wants to go next?
I think I can actually relate to that, Rahul.
So what's your name?
My name is Sero. So I've been sober for almost 1.5 years now. So one thing that I could say that I spend most of the time with is my phone. So that's something that I hold on to. Like for me, first thing when I wake up, it would be my phone. Like check my phone. Or even when I sleep, I'll just be on watching Instagram and reels and then I'll knock off to sleep. So that's something that it's hard for me to what can I say?
Cope up with?
Yes. So you can see me idle at times. So if I'm sitting, it will be on my phone. So for me, if I have to go out, one of the things that I will make sure that I take is the power bank. So because if my battery runs out, I make sure that my phone starts. So that's something I'm trying to like pull back at to limit myself on the phone. So that's something that I'm making right now.
Next.
I think mine is a bit different because sometimes when I'm sitting in a group and chatting with my friends and I'm not mindful of what I say, and when I start talking, my friends make faces at me and I get, what the hell is happening? And then after the session finishes, so one of them will come to me, oh, you shouldn't have said this, that's not right. So I don't know how to come up with that situation because I'm an open person. Whatever I say, I just say it openly. But and that causes me stress now because every time one or two of them will say, oh, you shouldn't have said this, and then another one comes, oh, you should have said it this way. So I don't know where I'm going wrong. That's why.
Thank you for sharing. Sorry, I didn't expect your name.
Farzan, I think I saw you in Grace Road last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might have been there. But again, thank you for sharing. Yeah, who's next? Okay.
So hi, my name is Adrien. Hi everyone. I guess my issue with mindfulness is so I'm a supervisor, and the thing is, so we had an EOS done, so it's an employee opinion survey, and I think so. My team is like I've got like 8 staffs with me. I feel like I'm more focused on my supervisory work that I tend to neglect some of the staffs that I have, and when that EOS came out. My score rating wasn't that good, so I felt like I think I wasn't being mindful of the situations that my staffs might have been facing.
Okay. Thank you, Edwin. Yeah,
Thank you. My name is Nabdul. So my scenario is, I would say, typical means I don't think before I speak at times. I have been receiving these things as a feedback, not at workplace, with my personal life, I would say family and my potential partner. She always says that some of the words that you use will not particularly be the same as other people think what you have said. Sometimes the particular person says your tone also matters. So yes, that's the thing. I think it's just absence. Sometimes I'm lost what I'm supposed to do, like how to take that as a person. But yes, I think after this session, I will take up to something that I will work out.
Okay. So what was your name?
Navneet.
Thank you, Navneet, and thank you everyone for sharing. What you are doing through. This is a group session, and I thank you all for being brave enough to share what you are going through. Just a kind reminder: everyone is free to speak here, and we are going to respect everyone's opinion. Everybody comes from a different background, has their own situation. Everyone will have something to share. We're all here to learn something from each other. And the most important bit is everything that is discussed in this room is confidential. So with that in mind, I'd like to summarize. Just to summarize, Rahul, you cannot be present in any situation because of your issue with the phone. Similar to what Servoya is going through. Again, you cannot be present because you carry your phone everywhere, and you just have to use your phone. You're not present. And Farzan, yours is yours and Navneel's is very similar to each other. You guys are very, as you people say, very open heart. You people say words before you think. Just because you feel you can, and you are in a safe environment, but then people tend to take it differently and then give you negative, let's say, remarks. And Evelyn, yours is probably not being present for your employees because you tend to focus on something else more, and then these guys are left out. So just summarizing all of your situation, I think one thing very similar that you all have is being present, being mindful of where you are, what you people are doing. So to summarize, I would say being mindful, being present is your people's stress that is causing. That is something that is common, even though from different backgrounds, different scenarios. But being present for everyone is probably the situation. You are not mindful enough to know where you are. So before I go into further, I'd like to ask what does okay, first I'll check your barometer. So how are you people feeling today?
I feel okay since I've actually expressed it right now, from sad to mid-level. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Adlin. Now,
I'm feeling happy that I've been able to share what I've been going through, because there's a lot of feedbacks that I've been receiving, not only at work, but at personal level as well.
very good.
So yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say I'm just in average mood, but to be happy, to get something out of it, I'll be more happy.
I'm feeling good because I know that I'm not the only one going through it.
Very good.
I have someone else to relate to the same thing.
I'm feeling a little comfortable because all this time when I entered the building, I thought I'm the only one having that problem, but I didn't know that Navneet is in the same situation as me.
Yeah. So just by listening to each other, you guys know that you guys are not alone. And stress is not only to you, let's say as an individual, but it's out there. So everyone is going through some sort of stress level. So one thing that I would like to say, stress is both physical and emotional as well. It can be a very emotional thing for a lot of people, but a lot of people just think stress is an emotional thing, but it's more it's emotional and physical as well. That's how I look at it. How about you people? Farzan, when you hear the word stress, what comes to your mind? Can be anything. You don't
Feeling down.
feeling down.
For me, it's like a distraction, a burden that is
Yeah.
on me.
Stress basically is like tired,
Tired.
thinking, overthinking, over, but you have to resolve it.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Ram?
So what was the question?
When you hear the word stress, what comes to your mind?
Stress. What comes into my mind? Feeling uneasy.
Okay.
Trying to when I'm stressed, I try to solve the problem there and then. Where a problem can be solved later, I try to solve the problem there and then because I feel nervous.
For me, it's being fearful.
Thank you for sharing what stress actually means to you people. But let's go through now. So you guys, each one of you feel different. Have a different meaning of stress, and each one of you have explained the scenarios that you are saying. For example, Rahul is saying he's not being present, in any of the situations that he is in. So what I'm going to ask each one of you to do is share your experience. What are you actually doing to help yourself? There must be something that you are doing to help your current situation. So if you can share that.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. So since I've got recently married, so like I said, I've started receiving feedbacks from my wife as well. So about my phone. So what we do, so every morning, for continuous 2 hours, I'm not supposed to use my phone. So I'm not supposed to use my phone as soon as I wake up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
And after 9 p.m.
Yeah. It's good.
So, I don't know. I mean, how I can be mindful of not say certain words or what? How can I be cautious?
We'll come to that, but have you ever said, ever, let's say, done something, let's say, have you ever gone into a situation where you are sitting with a couple of people and, you came out of the discussion and said, okay, today I did not say anything that, impacted anyone. I was very happy with that. So have you ever come across
Yes,
that?
but they always come back and say, oh, you shouldn't have said this.
So there's always been a
There's
situation.
always been something.
Okay, that's fair enough. No need to worry. Anyone else would like to share their own mechanism?
For me, for my situation, what I'm doing now is rather than focusing on what I want within my team, I'm gonna take out the time to just focus on what the staff's needs.
Okay.
Mine would be the same as Rahul. So for now, I just like put a tab on my screen time. So as soon as I reach home, I spend time with my family, then just put the phone in the drawer, just to send them to the parents.
So I've been practicing like things like whatever once I receive a feedback from any person. So I take time to digest that and try to think what I'm saying, because not everyone is the same. So it doesn't mean what I say is always right or probably how he or she reacts. So I always try to analyze the words I've been used, or try to recall what to say and not to say, and obviously work on my tone.
That's a very good point, Navneet. So thank you everyone for sharing. I also faced these similar situations before. So what I did was I couldn't stay off my phone as well. So what I did was I just got off Facebook, Instagram. Like I deleted the app in total. So whenever I would go to my phone, apart from news, I had nowhere else to go. So that eventually limited my usage. And I would do that for, let's say, I'd say, okay, 2 months break. So for 2 months, no social media. I'd still have my phone, but I would not use any social media. So whenever I go to my phone, I don't have anywhere to go. That's one of the mechanisms that I'm using. The other thing that I would say is, similar to what Nabneel and Farzana are facing, back in my days. So every time, because, I had this problem, so every time I would speak, before I would speak, I would just, count 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, and then say I would. So before saying something, I just count 2001, 2000 within myself from 2001 to 2005, and then say I would. So for example, if I have to speak now, Rahul asks me a question, I would, by that time I go here, and then I would speak. So I thought that gave me a time to speak. So, Farzan, do you think something similar?
So like you don't speak directly, you just give a pause and then you go.
Yes, that's something.
Yeah, because
that
what I do as soon as the person ends, I'm not even about to finish, I start to go.
So very good of you that you have already identified, that one of the things is as soon as the other person finishes, you start.
No, I think we are lucky that we are here today to identify our own own mistakes, and then how can we improve, and plus your advice is really beneficial.
Yeah, so look, we are all on a learning journey. Everybody is in a different situation in life. So and everybody is managing stress in this in this generation, in today's fast-paced world. So there's a few learnings that every one of you have shared. So I'd like to summarize what we have shared. I think one is let's pause before we speak. Give us, let's say, either you count till 3 seconds or 5 seconds. It's up to you, whatever you guys are comfortable with. Always analyze the feedback, like Navneel used to do. So whenever somebody has given feedback, that's somebody else's perspective. So let's analyze that feedback. And I like the idea of what Rahul said as well. No phones from 9 p.m. till, let's say, 8 a.m. And we can also try going out of apps. Let's say if we don't want to go out of all the apps, we can choose the famous ones are Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can easily go and see which one takes majority of our time. Let's take that out and go on a, let's say, break for 1 month. Similar to what Evelyn is doing as well, prioritizing the employees. So if anyone, we have somebody in our life, we go and give them the time that they deserve. So we try to do time management. So to summarize what we are going to do, we are going to think before we speak. So take a pause. We are going to analyze the feedback. We are going to limit the hours that we can use the phone, and we are going to get off a few social media accounts, and we are going to do a proper time management that is giving people time that they deserve. Are we comfortable with these 5 recommendations?
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much for coming today. I really appreciate you people putting your hands up. Just know that stress is out there in this world, but so is help. So, and I'm glad you people have taken the first step of taking the help. So thank you very much. So with these 5 recommendations, I'm sure it will benefit our lives our stress levels as well. So I'd like to schedule a session, let's say in a month's time from now. If you guys are comfortable, let's schedule a session in a month's time, and we can see whether the recommendations given today, is actually giving any impact in your people's life. Thank you very much.
Thank you.